microfinance itself really it is a very different model from the core BFSI segment. So this model, why it is different, that I will be unveiling in this webinar. So this industry, the first we will start with the customer segment, then I will come to employee and then the trainer. The customer segment, our customer segment is also mostly in the unbanked area. We are giving the very small ticket size loan. So they are very much 60 to 70% borrowers are those who are taking first time loan from us. So it is very important for our employee to protect their rights because they are first time coming to the banking sector. Now our employees, so employees also 80% hirings are done for the fresher employee. So 70-80% people are those in the industry who are working. They are very first time working in any company, like 18-19 years old employee, 10th or 12th pass employee, first time they are coming in the corporate world, they are started working. So that also is very unique. Now third one is our trainers. So to teach, to make them learn these kind of segment, we need to hire some different kind of trainer also. If we hire from the core BFSI sector trainer, they might really feel very hard. Okay. So if I compare this training with the education sector, then I put the microfinance industry training as the pre-primary, okay, playgroup or pre-primary. So as we understand this fact that this is the pre-primary segment, not the university or the college. So as we crack this logic, okay, this is the pre-primary. So here we have to start with the very basic. And for the people who are in the pre-primary, the teacher should be also according to that.
Right.
If I will put the university or IIM teacher to teach the pre-primary student, teacher will also get frustrated, student will also get frustrated. Okay, because here the student will write A, today he will write A, tomorrow also A. After 10 days he will write B. Okay, so here the repetitive learning works. Here if we feel ki, okay, continuous learning, like today, like university student, today one chapter, tomorrow second chapter, day after tomorrow third chapter. But here in the, we know that in the pre-primary people are stick to the A for apple. Even 1 month they will take on the one topic, A for apple. So here our students are also 10th pass, coming from the different social background. Okay, that also we keep in the mind that they are not from the urban, they are from the rural. Okay, and they also have to deal those women customer from the field, those who are joining us for the first time for taking the loan. So if we keep these all facts in the mind, then it becomes very easy. But if we compare it with the mainstream banking and we put the trainers from the mainstream banking, really the participant will also feel difficult and the trainers will also feel difficult.
Sure, sure. I really love, the customers are also new to banking. So it is kind of a
Yes.
pre-primary for them.
Yes.
The banking staff is also new to this because these are those unbanked areas. If we go by the RBI's vision, they want to bring more and more, areas and segments into the banking fold so that people can access banking and can get access to cheaper credit. So nobody wants to go into those areas primarily because transportation
Yes.
is difficult. People are not able, customers are difficult to find. People don't have banking habits. And to top it up, what we see is these are not very profitable segments for the organizations, any organization. So deploying very high quality resources is also a big challenge.
Yes.
So that's where this, you rightly said it, that the trainers is also has to be a different mindset. The employee also has to be a different mindset. And the customer, any which ways, is a different mindset because.
So, like in the HR, as you talked, so HR earlier was called HR. Gradually, it became HRBP, HR business partner. So
Right.
now I very rarely hear HR. I always see HRBP. So in L&D also earlier we were called trainer. Now we are called L&D partner. Here also our team designation becomes the L&D partner, L&D business partner we can say. So like HR was previously working with the business very closely in the hiring, budgeting, planning, everything HR was closely, and training was aloof. Okay, training was just he doing his own job. Regular induction training, some compliance training they were doing. But now, as you told, after COVID, or even after we have seen the after transition from NBFC to banking, and in the new age microfinance, okay, everything has changed. Now the focus from the traditional induction training and regulatory training, the more focus is on the productivity. How the training team can help business team to increase the productivity of the existing employee, how the training team can help to increase the business team to ensure that the process is followed in the field. Okay, there is no deviation in the process. How the training team can improve in the audit score of the branch. So these two, productivity, process, and the audit score. So our team are more aligned on these parameters. Obviously, the induction is the core, we can't skip. Regulatory is the core, we can't skip. That is the okay initial part. So that we have to take care. But business mostly need the training on these things. So our KPI also aligned with the business KPI. Like how earlier we were judging on the basis of how many participation and what is the feedback score. That was the main judgment criteria for any trainer. Okay. How, what is the coverage ratio? How many people you covered? 90% training. Okay. How many sessions you did? But now, as we are doing more productivity related sessions, so if the suppose there is one state, Gujarat, we are here talking. So if the Gujarat productivity was last month per loan officer 20 lakh, and if after doing the rigorous training, if it is coming to 22 lakh, that is also coming to the trainer's achievement or trainer's KPI achievement, whatever is it. Topic which has evolved in last few years, we are continuously doing the leadership training for the succession planning also.
Hmm.
Most of the leadership trainings are organized so that now the people has to take the bigger role. So they need to be groomed. Okay. Earlier, this was not part of the microfinance. Okay,
Hmm.
grooming was not much talked in the microfinance. Leadership was not much talked in the microfinance. But now this is talked here that we need leaders from inside, not we need to hire from the outside. We need from inside. So we have to take care of that also. That people from inside should be groomed in the way that they should be next state head or regional head. So here what we do, we are very much aligned with the business head and their respective spoke from the productive. So every month, like now currently we are in the phase of publishing the next month calendar, training calendar. So before 1 week, we sit with the business spokes that what is the requirement from their side for the next week, next month. So every month, it is not that in the one plan is made at the beginning of the financial year, but every month the scenarios get changed. Sometimes we are more focusing on the productivity. Sometimes we feel that no, process is also more important. Sometimes new digital changes are coming. Okay, lots of digital changes coming in some quarters, a few months. So we every month we sit with the business leaders and then we decide for the next month calendar. Not only that, trainer has done some training need analysis during their visit or some survey, and then we are making a planner. That is not the culture. We are that is the one part only. The major influencer is sitting with business head, sitting with business leaders, and understanding that what is their pain areas. Okay, where they are facing the main pain area in the and they need the training support. Okay, and accordingly we release the training calendar. Next month we will be doing such trainings in such these geographies. So that really help us to get more aligned with the business. So every organizations does their best, okay, to not having any mistake. But definitely, as I told in my initial conversation, first we have to understand who is our participant, and undoubtedly they are the pre-primary student that we don't have to ignore. So the first mistake people does, okay, those who are coming from the core stream, banking stream, insurance, so they feel that there is some gap between the in the trainer quality. Okay, they start filling the gap. They start grooming the trainers. Okay, that trainers need to be groomed. They should be at this standard. So, like I told you, pre-primary teacher, he should be in some set standard. If you will teach them like a graduation is teacher, no, no, you are okay. Your participant are student, but you need to be like a I am professor. Okay, so he will be groomed. You will look like a very groomed training team, but they will be not much effective on the ground.
Hmm.
Here, the microfinance industry, the business model start from the 6:30 a.m. and that ends at 7 p.m., 8 p.m., late evening. So our trainers, when we hire and we depute, they should be, and they are always ready in our bank to do training early morning. Because if the employee is leaving our branch at 7:30, the trainer has to reach there by 6, so that he will be giving some classroom training 6 to 7. Okay.
Oh,
So now this is the challenge. Now here, if we will find some good trainer from the mainstream banking, the first thing he will say that this is not the good time to teach. Okay, the participants are not in the good state of mind. We are also, मतलब बहुत सवेरे उठना पड़ता है, आधी नींद में जाना पड़ता है. This is not a good practice. No one is learning. Another thing is that late evening. So our employees are coming by 7 or 7:30, closing their day by 8. Okay, and then we have to make them train at the 8 p.m. So the mainstream trainer will not find it useful. They will say, no, no, after 8, after working 12, 13 hours in the field, you are asking to make them sit and make them learn. That is not practical. That is not feasible. That is not good. So here the people does the mistake, the wrong fitment. If we do the correct fitment, that if my segment is of such kind of, my trainer should be also from that background. Okay.
hmm,
They must have seen the field, they must have seen the business model, they must understand how the business model work. Here, if you will demand 9 to 6, that will not happen.
hmm,
Another one is that classroom heavy training they organize. They just plan for the longer 7-8 days classroom training. While these people are not much, whether they are the, that they have 10th pass, 12th pass, and even sometime I say to my team, don't assume that like the backbenchers. Okay, backbenchers कम से कम वो तो कुछ तो सुनता था ना. Most of the people, most of the time they are the bunkers. वो जो बंक करने वाले बच्चे होते हैं वो भी हमारे पास आते हैं, कि वो क्लास में बेचारे बंक करते थे, पढ़ने में उनका मन नहीं था, बिकॉज दे डिड नॉट स्टडी. ओके, तो वो बच्चों को भी ध्यान में रखना पड़ता है. नाउ they are coming to our industry, they are trying to make some changes in the society. We don't have to judge by their study. Okay, because here they are coming for the financial inclusion. Here we don't need much very smarter people.
hmm,
Okay, even the study was poor, they were not attending the school. But now, if they are coming to bring some change in the society, we have to understand that. We
hmm,
have to respect their knowledge. We have to respect their past education.
hmm,
Okay. So by keeping all these mind when we go in the field and do the training, if the trainers are aligned, then they will not find any difficulty. They will give the proper training. If he has to teach A for apple 10 days, he will be happy to teach. He will not expect tomorrow B for ball sikhana hai. Okay, that is the main thing. Every trainer has to understand in this model. Yeah, so hey, like mostly if we are making our design in the more theory based, okay, that will not work, because these people need more practical based training, not theory based training. So here what we have done the mixed up, and very less classroom and more on the on job training. So that is our model. So if we design our training, like if someone join and we put them for the 10-15 days in the classroom, and we feel that ki after 15 days they will be very much perfect, the answer is no, they will not be perfect. The model is wrong for the microfinance at least. Okay, so heavy classroom intervention, heavy theory based intervention, that are the mistakes. The
account.
language, the vernacular word we use mostly in the MFI, I think, among all industry. So whenever any training is planned, we do it convert in the all the vernacular language. That is the first task. So if a training model is designed, that is not sufficient. The first thing, and the second thing is that, an important thing is that it should be in all the languages. So when we got merged with AU, Fincare was also a small finance bank, and AU is also a small finance bank. So more or less the regulatory part was same, because the RBI led all the training programs, whichever RBI or regulatory or audit is expecting, that was already in our training policy also, and here in the training policy also. So that were more or less aligned. Now coming to the when we merged with the AU, so as the regulatory was aligned, the main thing was the values related trainings, code of conduct related training. So that was the thing which we, when we migrated to AU, we felt here the regulatory training, more of the topics are same, but the values are okay, AU has their own AU dharmas, okay, and we are very much thinking that it should be spread to all the people. We have our own code of conduct. We have our own other leave policy. So these kind of things we started doing the training. In the AU also, in the training department, from the beginning they have understood and they are supporting us and understanding that MFI is totally different kind of business model. So the business policies or the business training policies or training model which is currently in the AU Small Finance Bank, replicating the same in the microfinance model will not work. So last 2 years, we have not seen any push from their side to implement any training policy or model or design from the whatever is in the core AU for the other business verticals. So MFI, as we were doing the process training, product training, our business model, our training model, so everything is intact, and we are doing as what we were doing. But really, now from the AU perspective, like few things which they need to report to RBI, regulatory part, they have some unique topics that we are also covering in our topics. But the trainers and the training model, that is totally intact. So right now, we have total 25. So what we
Oh,
do on every 500 employees, we put one trainer. That is the 500 to
okay.
600. That is the span of control. So every trainer has that one. So approx it coming to 30 to 40 branches. Every trainer is mapped with the 30 to 40 branches. That is the model we are adopting. What happens in the urban? Okay, the culture is mostly same wherever you go. So Ahmedabad culture and Jaipur culture or Hyderabad and Bangalore, the urban culture we will see the same similarity there, urban people. But when we go to the rural, okay, Ahmedabad rural and Tamil Nadu rural totally different. Chennai and Ahmedabad might have some similarity. People might be similar. Okay, everyone middle class going for the job. Okay, struggling morning cab लिया metro लिया वही type का लोग दिखते हैं same mentality. But in the rural, if we change the state, district, the mindset and everything get changed. So here, one example does not fit for all India. And for Tamil Nadu or Karnataka, we have to be very realistic and we should have the real example of Karnataka. If we are doing planning for the UP, we should have example or real challenges from the UP. The people are also very different. Somewhere, like if we are hiring 10th also, we are hiring graduate also. So we have different kind of educational background people also. So that is also like if we are in the same classroom, two people are sitting, one is the graduate, okay, or some diploma, and one is the 10th. That is also trainer's ability to make them learn in a different way. So as people are spread, one thing is the language barrier. The language barrier comes. So if I need to do training in Tamil Nadu, I can't have the backup from the Karnataka. That is the bigger challenge which we face. Okay, because Tamil Nadu training will be done by in the Tamil, and Karnataka people can't speak in Tamil, so that will not work. So if we go like AU, we are the 60,000 plus employee, and out of this 60,000, 13,000 we are there. So 20%, 22% employee wise we have the ratio, but trainer wise we are 50-50 approx. All are expert in their domain, and for that we ensure that they regularly visit in the field. So all the trainers are told that they have to visit in the field. They have to see the live how our employees are working in the field. If we have given training in the classroom, we also ensure by going in the field, is it executed well or not? These are the biggest enabler. Okay, their buying is very important. Without their buying, we can't do any training, especially in the microfinance. Okay, because the timing is very odd. If from morning to night they are not available. So if at the 8 p.m. our trainers has traveled to the branch, and the manager will say, no, 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 now my people will not sit for the training. We can't do anything because ethically anyway we know we are doing wrong. Okay, by after working 12, 13 hours, we are asking them to sit. So in this case, the manager consent is very important, always becomes very important. Now here what we do, we have one model of training model of Shiksha Divas model. In this model, that is a weekly training model. So like we can't reach every branch every week, but we have made the model in such a way every Monday unique topic training is done at all the 900 plus locations in the very uniform way, and that is the Shiksha Divas model. So we have designed in a way like day will be Monday, time will be 8 to 9, and the topic will be same. If any topic is decided, the Gujarat branch will do the same, Tamil Nadu will do the same, Andhra will do the same, Bihar will do the same topic, and that topic is in the very bite-sized model like a one pager, two pager. We make it vernacular, and that we provide to the branch managers, their line managers, and we train them, and they are giving in the evening they are giving the training in the branches. So manager becomes the trainer once in a week. That is the mandate from the business side also. Business side also have designed the model in a way that every line manager has to be trainer one day in a week. Okay. Trainer's role is that you have to design the module, you have to provide the module in vernacular, and we have to ensure that the training is done with some sample check. Somewhere we can be also present virtually or physically. So that the model is going on. So that is the thing where the manager is playing very important model. Also, there are generally there are some changes happening in the process policies. In that case, it is not possible to reach to all the people. Most of the time we are reaching to the supervisors. We are training them as a TTT module. Okay, we are telling TTT means train the trainer, but here train the business people. Okay, so we train the business people. Okay, and then in the evening or early morning they are training to their people. Yeah. So obviously the blended learning model works the best, and we have designed in that way here. Okay. So when the people join, we connect them virtually very first. We guide them about the values of the bank, few basic thing, mission, vision. But then earlier, most of the few companies, banking sector, we see as the people join, then give them the 5 days, 10 days, 15 days training, then only send them in the field. So first give them the training, then only send the field. But here in the microfinance, we feel that this model not working properly because the people are freshers. Most of the people are freshers. So as suppose the people are coming to the classroom and we are saying them, okay, every month you have to do this center meeting. Microfinance, there is this terminology where he has to go to the village, meet the people, take the collection. Okay. If we will tell them center meeting or some training, CGT or some terminology, they will not able to relate what we are talking about. So we allow them to first go to the field, learn from the field what is this model is all about, so that when they are coming back to the classroom training, they will be very much aware whatever terminologies we are using. That if we are saying that now the center meeting, they will be able to relate in the mind, okay, in the field this was the activity which was called center meeting. Now he is able to relate. He will not be directly, if we will directly put in the classroom, he will not be able to relate what we are talking. So now he's after 15-30 days, he is more experienced. Now when he's coming for the training, we are planning the role play also. In all our classroom trainings, there is a role play. So whatever microfinance, there are 6-7 steps. Okay, all the steps we are organizing the role play. Since they have seen in the field, they are here ready to do the role play. Okay, and that is the best learning we feel. Now they have the query, they have the doubt. When they are coming to the classroom, they are asking, sir, you are telling that it should be like this, but when I was in the field, I saw that was done in that way. So that was correct or you are correct? So then they come to know this is correct, that was wrong. So if I am going to field, I have to do the correct process. So that is the thing here, blended mode. Okay, but also the trainings are also very different kind of training, like induction training, a very extensive training. We can't do it in the digital mode or virtual mode. It should be in the classroom. That is the preferred mode. But if suppose there is some process change, like interest rate got changed or some PF related changes happened. Now for this, we don't need classroom training. There is some product, 10-15 products module, interest rate got some change, PF got change, insurance got change. Half an hour, there is simple communication that can be done through the virtual training also. We can do the one webinar type. We will call people, we will do. So that is the model. There is some regulatory training where the deadline is not bound to the 1 day or half 7 day. That is the deadline, 30 days, 60 days, 1 quarter. So people can do at their own pace. So here the LMS works best. Yes, LMS is there. They have the, if they find time on Monday, they can do on Monday. They find time on Sunday, they can do on Sunday. So different kind of model works for the different kind of training.